Jenson Button has officially called time on his racing career as a full-time driver, recently competing in the 8 Hours of Bahrain in the World Endurance Series. Of course, that is where he has been doing his racing since he left F1 after 2017. Now, this video is going to be a tribute to him. JB has had a really stellar career and raced a lot of good and bad cars, and I figured what better way than to put all of those cars onto a grid and do a race and see how they raced against each other, which ones stand out, which ones flop, and generally have a bit of fun. Now today we're doing 2 races. Race 1 will be at the old Silverstone, race 2 will be the modern Silverstone, but each one will be different. Now race 1 is going to be elimination mode, and we're doing it with a twist. We're doing it driving JB's recent World Endurance Series Cadillac Jota Hertz team, and we're racing a full grid of F1 cars. It's a 5-lap race, so the objective is to try not to finish last. Race 2 is going to be a last question mark or last to first challenge only with F1 cars, and we're going to do that from the back of the grid driving in JB's World Championship winning Brawn GP car from 2009. If you're going to enjoy this video, guys, I'd appreciate a like on this one. Let's try and smash 1,000 likes. Subscribe for more videos like this. And also, guys, all the mods used throughout this video will be linked at the bottom of the description, guys. So yeah, go check those out. Right, we're going to run you through the grid, and we're going to begin with the 2017 McLaren. One of the cars that I think will be quickest in this race, but was actually one of the worst in terms of its competition. Now, that aside, we go to another different era, V8s with the 2012 McLaren, a very unreliable but super fast car, potentially the quickest car of the grid that year. Then 2011, not bad, but not the best. The Red Bull that year dominating proceedings. And then we keep on moving up to the year before that. We go to 2010, a very strong car, a car in which JB, of course, debuted with McLaren in 2010, fresh off the back of his 2009 title with Brawn. Then we have the 2013 McLaren, not the one. Hamilton left the team, they kind of lost their way a bit and things didn't go well. But speaking of Brawn, here she is, the 09 car, an absolute masterpiece, of course, one that gave JB his first Formula 1 and only World Championship. And then we keep on moving to the pre-09 aerodynamic era, starting out with the 2006 Honda V8. The first one, of course, in the post-BAR era, which was pretty, I'd say, poor for them overall, which wasn't great. Speaking of BAR, we have another one here on the left. This is going to be, I believe, 2004 from the naked eye, without kind of looking into too much detail. And then we go briefly to Earth Dreams 2008. I actually quite like the car, and I love the aero of this era of Formula 1. It was so aggressive and really standed out. It looked like a basic rocket ship. 2007, of course, also not as popular. I know a lot of people hated that livery, but personally, I didn't half mind it. Then we go back to BAR / the kind of Honda transition era. On the right, we have the 2005 car. From what I can tell from the outside view, could be 2006 V8. Not 100% certain on that one from the outside view. The 05, 06 were pretty similar. Then on the left, we do have the 03 car, which was the first of JB's BAR cars. And then we make our way to the front, and we begin with some blue. We start out with the 02 Renault, which was a brief year for him, of course. The year before that, still in the same team, but formerly known as Benetton. Before that, though, 2000, his debut machine, the Williams. Actually a super nice looking car, absolutely beautiful, and yeah, confirmation now of that Benetton, which also looked pretty damn sweet. I actually quite liked it. I think it's a lovely, simple livery. These three for me, really, really nice. The Renault, the Williams, and the Benetton. And then we head towards the front, and we have some more chrome. The 2014 McLaren, the last car in which JB got a podium with in Formula 1, of course, in that Australia race in round 1, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then we have, speaking of McLaren, some dark times. 2016, but even worse yet was 2015, which is on the front row of this grid. But it's alongside JB's last ever racing car as a full-time driver, and that is his WEC Cadillac Jota Hertz car. So that is going to be your entire grid for this race. And if you haven't noticed, we are at the vintage version of Silverstone for race 1. For race 2, we're going modern. Now for this video, the biggest challenge is the race start. WEC does not move off the line, not the same way F1 does. So I'm going to try and get across, but it's not going to happen. And the 2015 car goes by right away. I will defend and keep the 16 car at bay, but he's already got the run. I'm going to try and make my car wide here. Into the S as we go. Tyres are cold, so just got to get the temperature up. A little bit wide through Chapel as we head onto the hangar straight. Right, here comes 2014. Looking. I'm just trying to slowly move and open up my line. Oh, nearly had contact there. 2014's wide. Benetton moves up into the Val chicane. I'm a bit wide, still struggling for tyre temperature. And look at that, the Renault just says, you know what, mate? I'm just going to disappear real quick. All right, they're all queuing up again as we head towards Abbey. Oh no, big send from, that was one of the, I think that was the 2006 Honda. My God, that was a lunge into the Abbey chicane. Nothing we can do about that. Right, come on, we should be hard to overtake through here, theoretically. It's quite narrow, but I am very slow, and I do struggle with this car in the low speed, trying to fight back versus that BAR, but this is nothing we can do. Oh, hello. Through goes another BAR. Look at this. I'm just a mobile chicane. They're all flooding through. Got a yellow as we head through turn 1. Car off track, off piste. That looked like the 2000 Williams. He might get going again. Not sure. We'll wait for the retirement message confirmation. Oh my God. What a send from the BAR there. That was insane. We just lose momentum onto the back straight, onto the hangar straight. But to be fair, we do slow down the Earth Dreams Honda. Into Stowe, trying to hang on to it as best as I can. Oh my God, another one. That's the Brawn. Possibly the quickest car on this grid. Got a car on my left. Through Club. Oh, he's got the run. 2013 McLaren. Here comes another McLaren. This is the one that I thought would be quickest. The 2017 car. I thought that would be quicker than the Brawn, and it might be. Because even though the 2017 McLaren was a meme, those cars were so damn quick. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. The 2010 car just shoved me off piste. And suddenly now we're exposed to the last of the cars. The 2000 JB's first car versus his last. Realistically, this is going to be a losing fight, but we'll try and delay the inevitable as long as I possibly can. Driving on the middle of the road. Making our car nice and wide. There we go. Come on. We're marking well. It's very fitting that this is the battle. Alright, come on. This is where I fear we might get done. He's closing, but he's lifting. He's not committing. I'll cover the inside. Oh no, there it goes. There it goes. Bit of contact. Trading paint. And I think that's going to be all she wrote. That's a shame. Tried to hang on to it there, but the F1 cars simply too quick. And yeah, I wanted to do this for a while and get a wet car onto a grid with F1 cars and just see what it could do. Obviously, there's possibly quicker cars in this. The uncapped, unrestricted 911 Porsche is one that I want to try, but for the sake of JB's career, I figured we'd put this on the grid and see how it did. And yeah, F1 just a bit too quick, unfortunately. So that's it. We dropped to the back in 3 laps. Crazy. There is one car that retired, I believe, or in the pits. Yep. Hang on. There's one in the pits, so that could be fuel related. So actually, we're not out of it just yet. That car is just rejoining, but it had to box. So suddenly, it's game on again. Every car's on default settings, so let's go. Although it's already right there. It's one of the BARs or the Hondas, I can't tell, but it's approaching at a rate of knots. It's the Honda from 06. Oh my god. It's gone too quick. Way too quick. I feel like I'm driving pretty well in this thing as well. Like I have done a bit of practice for this to try and be quick in this car and not just hop in first time. But there she goes. That was the last of the F1 cars. Although it does say there's one behind. I'm not sure. Oh my god, there is one more behind. There is one more behind. We're still on here. It's still game on. We're heading on to the last lap now, so we'll try again. Oh my god, that's not the one. I took a bit too much curb there. Yep, it's one of the McLarens. 2012. Right. We'll try everything. This won't be easy. There she goes, around the outside. I'm going to try and defend. Oh no. The car's damaged. I've got no front end. That's GG's. Never mind. That wall shunt was way too heavy. I got overtaken a bit quicker than I initially planned. I mean, yeah, look at the steering. There we go. There's the race winner. And we actually just got a lap. So we'll quickly run through the order of that one. So the 2016 McLaren was the winner, followed by the 15 car, and then the 02 Renault. So that's the podium. Then the 01 Benetton, 2014 McLaren, 04 BAR, 03 BAR, 05 BAR, 2017 McLaren up to P9, very strong drive, and what I thought would be the quickest car, and P10, the 2008 Honda. So no sign of the Brawn in the top 10. The Brawn actually finished P11, just out the points. So yeah, there was a lot. Now it's time for race number 2, this time F1 only. For this version, modern Silverstone in the 09 Brawn. Let's get to it. Here we go. 8 laps of this one as we go to the lights and we're off. Right, everyone getting away cleanly. Just going to feather it through turn 1. Let the AI do their thing and then we can start to get stuck in. Easy does it. Down towards turn 3. We'll head down the inside and look for a few positions. Turn 4, around the outside. Whoa, hello. Bit of a snap there as we head on to the Wellington Straight. Side by side with the 2017 car. No KERS, no DRS, no ERS, nothing in this car. This was as bare bones as it gets. Around the outside of Luffield here, trying to find the traction. I expect that 2017 McLaren to move up pretty quickly. We've got the run here on the 2011 McLaren. Down the inside. There we go. Just about managed to get that one. Got the run on, I think it's the 2012 McLaren ahead here. Right, easy does it. Onto the hangar straight we go. Right, come on, come on, come on. To the left. Get this one done. Up towards Stowe. Around the outside. Trust the downfalls, trust the grip. Lovely. A little bit of grass there as we head into the Vale chicane. Also clipping the sleeping policeman. Not exactly ideal. Oh, come on, fight in the back end as we get the run here on the 2012 car, that is. So we must have passed the 2010 before. Through turn 1, just about holding on to that. Oh, late move here into turn 3 from the 2012, riding back on the outside of turn 4, still there, but we just put the squeeze on and run it out of road. Right, come on, let's keep pushing up to P15. I don't think the victory is on here, but we'll try and get a decent result. Just got to watch and be careful. Of course, no traction control. Good traction there. We've got the other Brawn, I think, just ahead here. So, Brawn v Brawn for this one. Through the old turn 1. Cops. Closing in slowly but surely. And hello, the Brawn has a poor run here. So, I'm going to go move up and just squeeze by it before the S's. And now we're onto the back of the Earth Dreams Honda 2007. This one's a bit of a slouch, so we need to try and get by. Down the inside we go. Into Stowe. Way more downforce and grip. And we're up into 13th. Right, come on then. We've caught back up to the 2017 McLaren. That's the car that I'm kind of looking at as a reference this whole way through. If we get these 3, I believe we're into the points. McLaren's looking to move up and does so on the BAR, and also is going to get the double. He's going to get the other Earth Dreams Honda from 2008. We get both. A little bit of contact there. Might have got damage. Hopefully it's not too big and we can keep on driving it, but we're P11, so let's not let that McLaren out of our sights if I can help it. So we're going to have to lock in here and start to push and drive well. Let's try and gap the cars behind if possible. I suspect there might still be some faster cars behind that got stuck in traffic or in the chaos that may be competitive. Yeah, 2017 cars flying, 131.4. We do a 35 for 1, but this will now be our first lap in clean air, so we'll get to really push and see what we can do. Flat out through turn 1 is a good start. I will admit the gearbox is completely unoptimized for this track. It's so long. I mean, 7th gear is almost barely usable. Like we're 300 kilometers an hour in 6th gear. Another 31.2 from the McLaren. We do a 33.3, and that's more our pace. You can see here, I mean, we're doing 300 and we're stuck in 6th. Obviously, this car only has 7 gears, not 8, but even still, we're nowhere near the top end gear, but we're catching someone here, so we're still going to make some progress in this one. Hello, a little purple mini sector. Small signs of progress. Getting quicker and quicker. I mean, we have got a lot of fuel in this thing, so we should only get faster. We've got the hard tyres on, which these Bridgestones were absolute bricks, so we should actually only get quicker as this race goes on. The McLaren's still doing this thing. 31.0. But we're going to be on for another personal best here. 33.0 from us. And now we're knocking on the door of the 2014 McLaren. So let's try and carve out an overtaking opportunity for us and move up into the top 9. After that, I think it's going to be tricky to catch the cars ahead, but I'll keep pushing. Next car up the road is that McLaren from 2017, so he still hasn't caught up to the pack, but I know he isn't far away, so we'll keep at it. Never give up. Right. It's time to start finding the weak points of this 2014 McLaren and trying to look for a pass. Obviously, downfalls is one of them. Oh, nice run there. Hello. To the left, going to throw the dummy and move up straight away. A lovely exit out of Cops, and we move up into 9th. That was a nice quick move to keep pushing on. Right, there we go. The McLaren has just arrived at another car ahead, so about 8 seconds we need to try and carve out in the 4 laps that remain. Ooh, that's a lot of cars. That is a lot of cars I've just seen there. Yep, definitely game on. Ooh, really fighting the traction through there. Personal best, 32.6. Still getting quicker. And we're really catching, by the way. I think that train ahead actually runs all the way up to P1. I think that's a battle for the lead. So everyone's in that fight. So I want to see if I can arrive. 2.5 laps to go. It's going to be tight. We might get there on the last lap at this rate. Oh my god, yellow flag. Car off. We'll take that. Thank you. 2 cars off, actually. Couldn't fully see because of the shadowing. P7 then. Lap to go. You can see them. They're right there heading into Stowe. They're right there, but can we catch? It's going to be really close. I'm pushing flat out, so let's just keep our head down. Full sending it through here. We're just going to arrive. Maybe a lap too late. I think I maybe needed 1 more lap just to really be there. So yeah, we went all out. Maybe lost a bit too much time in that first part of the race. Also, of course, getting used to the car, but bloody good effort. And there we are. We just arrive at the death, but it wasn't enough. So fair play. 10 laps of Silverstone. Just F1 cars. And that was a lot. I'll take it. Really good fun, that one. Right, there we go then. Job done for the F1 race. And let's run you through the final results. Again, the 2016 car was the winner, followed by the 15 car. This time, it's the 01 Benetton on the podium, alongside the Renault got P4, just misses out in the top 3. The 2017 McLaren here really showed its pace, and he recovered to P5. So that was probably the quickest car on the day by quite some margin. P6, the 03 BAR, and then we finished in P7 in the first of the bronze. Then it's 2014, followed by 04 and 06. So, second half of the table, P11 again, the 09 Brawn, the AI version, and then we've got all the McLarens, pretty much the kind of chrome and red McLarens from that era, and then the 08, 07 Earth Dream cars, which were terrible, and then JB's first car, of course, DNFing along with the 05 BL, which I thought would be a really quick car, but unfortunately got tangled up in that incident as well, so those two were fighting for the win.